Hi, everybody. Today I'd like to talk to you about verily, verily. In the King James Version of the Bible, there's 25 examples of Jesus saying, verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born again, he cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. He says, verily, verily, I say unto you, thereafter you shall see heaven open and the angels of God ascending and descending upon the Son of Man. So what does this mean, verily, verily? He says it 25 times in the New King James. It's translated, most assuredly, I say to you. In the English Standard Version, it says, truly, truly, I say to you. To understand that, you have to look at Luke, the book of Luke, chapter 10, 41, where the story of Martha and Mary. And Jesus answered and said to her, Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things, but one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part which will not be taken from her. So Jesus is saying, Martha, Martha, for emphasis. So when he says, verily, verily, he could just say, verily, I say to you, but he doesn't. He says, verily, verily. And if you look at that in the Greek, he's using the word amen, amen. So he could be saying, amen, amen, I say to you. You got to remember that Jesus is a rabbi. And what rabbis did in those days in the synagogue is the rabbis would sit up on a chair, maybe there was a platform, and the head rabbi would sit there, and all the other people, the elders and rabbi wannabes would be talking, and one of the brothers would say something, and then they would all turn to the rabbi, the head rabbi, and say, it's also known as the ruler of the synagogue. They turn to the head rabbi and say, what do you think? And the rabbi would sit there on his chair and he'd say, amen. And that meant, yes, what you said is true, and I agree with it. And or he may not say, he may say no and correct them. He says, no, you've got that wrong. It's really this way. But it was the job of the head rabbi to correct people. So what Jesus is doing is he's saying, amen, amen, for most emphasis on it. And so he's saying, I'm the rabbi. I've already acknowledge that this is the truth, and I pretty much confirmed it before I say it. So he says, amen, amen, and then he says what he's going to say. Rabbis never did that. They always said something, and then the rabbi confirmed it with one amen. Jesus is confirming it with two amens before he even says it. And that is considered something that only God would do. A rabbi would never have that much arrogance to say, what I say to you is absolutely true from God, and here it is. And that's how you should be reading the Bible when you see verily, verily, truly, truly. You should say, this is absolutely true from God. He's confirming it before he says it. Anyhow, amen, amen. I have to go.